Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of the Marky Dragon Show. And the subject matter this time is why I am boycotting Electronic Arts, otherwise known as EA. I have a very long history with EA. It goes back, really actually before I was playing online games. And so I've been a customer for a very long time, and I have spent enormous amounts of money with them. In fact, I know that I've spent over $100,000 with Electronic Arts of their games. And most of that, admittedly, was it with Ultima Online. I spent an incredible amount of money with all of the sales that I was doing. And that doesn't count all of the wholesale stuff that I purchased from them, because we sold probably $30,000 worth of Ultima Online game codes every month for several years. And so I'm just talking about product that I paid for, that I consumed. And, I have this bitch. My problem is I've told you guys about SimCity and how I got the game and I was all hot to play it. I was going to do Let's Plays. I had a whole bunch of people lined up that we were all going to work together. We were going to do content together for this wonderful game called SimCity. I played the previous versions. I really, really enjoyed it. And so, launch day comes around. I've got the game all installed and everything. Servers are open, and I try to get in. It doesn't work. So, I am, a little bit frustrated by that. And my frustration level, though, was nothing compared to what it's going to be. Because I started out thinking that, okay, I've got this issue where I can't get the game to launch. It tells me that I don't even remember the issue anymore. It told me something like, the game refuses to connect to the servers. And it was because it wasn't associated with my account, or that it couldn't authorize it on this machine. And so, okay, fair enough. There's this problem. I do some research. I find out that there's a whole bunch of people having this problem. And I'm like, okay, well, if there's a whole bunch of people having this problem, then I'll just submit my ticket. They're going to see all of these tickets. They're going to see that it's a high problem, that a lot of people are having this, and it's going to get fixed fairly quickly. So maybe I'll be a day or two late in doing my support of the game. Well, it didn't work out that way. And it seriously didn't work out that way. It turns out that that while the problem that was going on was specific to my machine, and my machine was a fairly new build, SimCity launched only a couple of months after I built this machine, and it was with other people having the problem and everything, I thought that I'd get this fixed. A month goes by, and I am frustrated because I've paid for this game now, and I'm not getting any of the value out of it that I had intended. It works on my laptop. It works if I log in on my wife's machine, but it refuses to work on my machine. I can't figure it out. I've done everything but format my machine. And, I didn't think I needed to go that far because it was a very new build of a machine. And so I continue trying to work with support, and I get the runaround a few times, but then I get somebody that actually helps, and I talk to them on the phone, and admittedly, they spent a lot of time with me, and they put a lot of effort into fixing it, but then the first level support said, we can't get this done. We can't help you. We're sending you to second level support. Okay, fine. I'm fine with that. Escalation is perfectly fine. You guys are trying. I don't have a problem. So they second level support says, we can't fix this either. We're sending it to programmer support, which is like the third level support. It's probably where they send it to someone on the development team and say, hey, this person is having this problem. Here's everything we've diagnosed. I sent them all kinds of dumps, like DX diag and system information and everything. And I didn't hear from them. I didn't hear from them for more than a month. And so finally I started pinging them and I'm like, what's going on here? My ticket now is 3 months old and I still don't have a resolution to this. And what's pissing me off at this point is I went and bought the game retail and I got it, but I bought it on Amazon. I didn't buy it directly from EA. I bought it on Amazon. And I bought it on Amazon because Amazon has really good return policies, and I'm a Prime member, so I get a lot of perks for that. And so I bought it through there, and they were offering digital delivery. I knew that downloads wouldn't be a problem, and that's where I was. So anyway, they finally said, we can't fix this. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. How about a refund? The answer was no. They were not willing to give me a refund. They said I need to take it back to the place of purchase. Well, even with Amazon being a Prime member and having like 30-day return policy on software, they wouldn't take it because it was beyond the 30 days. And software, I have a lot of really good experiences with returning things at Amazon. But even myself, I don't expect to get something after 30 days, but what I expected is that I'd have the issue resolved within 30 days. And I kept, getting strung on thinking that it was going to happen. And so I didn't do anything, so maybe at day number 29, I should have actually asked for the refund then, but I didn't. And so now what they did is they said, okay, well, we can't give you a refund. And I'm like, this is pretty insane. And I didn't even tell them who I was. I didn't tell them that I had a channel. I didn't tell them that I do any of this kind of stuff, that I talk anything at all to the game community. And this is just how they were treating me. And this is a pattern that I have seen over and over and over again for 15 years of dealing with EA. And so I'm getting tired of this. So what they said was, okay, well, how about this? How about you choose something on the Origin store that is of equal or lesser value that you would like to have, and we will deactivate your SimCity key and give you this other one. Okay, fine. They're trying. I accept that. And so I went through, and you know what? There was really nothing in there that I wanted that was anywhere close to the value. And the only things that were at the same value were things that were recently released or about to release. So I asked for a copy of a game that I thought, okay, I'll get a little bit of mileage out of this. I like some first-person shooters. I'm going to play this a little bit. It's going to be fun. Except when I replied saying this is what I wanted, they said, oh, I'm sorry, that title's not available. What the fuck? Really? You're asking me to go pick something out of the store. You didn't put any conditions on it except that it should be equal or lesser value. And now you tell me I can't have it. So what I told them was, I said, okay, when can I have it? Do I just need to wait a couple of weeks? What is it? Why can't I have it? Well, the fact is that they said, you just can't have it. So finally, I'm getting pretty annoyed with them. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Screw it. Forget that I even paid any money whatsoever. Just move on and, not do anything. Well, a couple days later, I decided, this is really pissing me off, because it's such a consistent pattern of help at EA. And I'm the customer. I am right. Whether I'm right or not, I'm right. That's how customer service works. It doesn't work that the customer is wrong until proven right. It works that you take the customer at their word and you exceed their expectations with any interaction that you have with them. My expectations with EA have consistently been below what I expected. And so I decided that it was going to be an issue of that I was probably going to, just do a video. And so I wrote them and I said, I really like you guys and everything. I recognize that you've tried hard, but you've really failed my expectations here. And I have no game to show for it. And so I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to do a video about this. And I didn't ask for anything else. I just said I was going to do a video for it. Here's my channel. And I was just going to relay my thoughts, my feelings, and my experience accurately. And you want to know how they replied? They replied, if you make that video, any offers on fixing this for you are null and void. Really? Shit, let me get right on making that video. Goodness, I can't believe that that was their response. Myself, I am so anal about customer service and how we treat our customers and everything. And, have I ever been to that point with a customer? Yeah, I have before. Have I worked as hard as I can to make that customer happy? Yes. Actually, I've never been to that point before with a customer. I've never had an issue that's gone on for 3+ months. Ever. Maybe 3+ days at the most. I've never had a customer issue go on that long. We resolve it one way or another. And we make sure that the customer's happy. Now, when they keep complaining even after we've refunded them, that's when I tell them to go away. If I've completely refunded you or, whatever, and I have done everything, I've given you everything back, and all you want to do now is bitch, well then, I tell you to go away. And, but I wasn't just bitching. I have a legitimate problem. The shit don't work on my machine. So that's my story. And I am boycotting EA. Now, I'll have to say that, there's different departments within EA. And the department that made Ultima Forever here, they're a different department, but the support is all the same. And this is a real boxed copy of Ultima Forever. And it hasn't come out yet on PC. It's out on iOS. It hasn't come out yet on Android. And the boxed copy I think is probably very, very rare because I don't think that this is being sold in stores. And so they sent this to me as a thank you for alpha testing the game and such. And they had hoped that I would do some sort of reviews on it or whatnot. But even though I have right here a little gem that would get me all kinds of views or something like that because I'm one of the few people that would actually have video on it, and I really love the Ultima series, even though this is an Ultima that's not made by Garriott, which I really question that, but nevertheless it is an Ultima. And I've thought about this, but really I am so upset with EA that I decided that even this game that's really cool and everything is not gonna make it to my list of things that I'm covering. And it's kind of sad. Maybe this will change in the future. EA, just bring up your customer service. That's all you need to do. I have had nothing but consistent problems for I don't know how many years. And I can't tell you how many hours I've spent on the phone with customer service in my history with you. But I would say it's like 50 hours. And how many tickets have I made and everything, how many issues have I had, and then, I wasn't even including the time when you guys banned me in Ultima Online because I had duped items that were put in that guy's backpack 7 years prior. 7 years. Some rogue GM comes by and says, oh, what's in his backpack? And, oh, there's a duped item in there. Ban his ass. I don't even know where the item came from, although I bought it from somebody, or I picked it up somewhere, or something. And, I bought and sold a lot of stuff back then. How do I know where it came from? But 7 years after it entered my inventory, they banned me for it. And, it's just crap like that. Oh, and they didn't even just ban my account, they deleted it. And in Ultima Online, because the game is so old in technology and everything, that when you delete it, the accounts are part of the game database. And so when it's deleted, it deletes. You remove it from the game. I mean, completely remove it from the game. And sort of, in order to restore an account, they have to restore the database. And think of that. I mean, time warp for everybody, so Marky can get his account back. Well, that wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to ask for that to happen. Anyway, I just want you guys to improve your game, game of customer service, and just make improvements. I'll be willing to try you again someday, but for right now, I'm boycotting you. I am not interested in any of your games. Have a good day.